Okay, I think this is gonna work. I'm gonna record it this way. All right, I think we're in business. Did you guys get started on that practice page?
Yeah.
Where's your book?
It wasn't in the other. It wasn't in the pile with all my other books.
Uh-oh.
So
So now it's somewhere, but you don't know where.
Now you
it's
get
in my kitchen,
It's in your
now
kitchen.
you get
and
bad.
everything else was in my room.
Okay, well, you'll have to catch up and do the practice page when you get home and just listen to the lesson for today.
It took me a
Go
while.
ahead and remove your hoods and hats and let's stand and do the flag salute first. We're gonna start with that. Go ahead and just lay your pencil down, guys. I know you're working ahead, that's okay. There we go. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice. Okay. Page 37. I know you're on 39, but go back to page 37 really quick so we can talk about that. Talking about adjectives today. Adjectives describe nouns. You probably already know that, or pronouns. So, guys, get back on page 37 with me real quick first. I know you're trying to rush through that, so. Grayson, page 37.
Oh.
Yep, well, you finish that in a second. They answer these questions. We're talking about adjectives, okay? They answer the questions, which one, what kind, how many, or whose. Do you see where it says memorize that there?
Yeah.
If you memorize those questions, that will help you find the adjectives in the homework lessons that you have this week. Which one, let's read those questions together, okay? Ready, read. Which one, what kind, how many, and whose? Read it one more time. Which one, what kind, how many, whose? Good. Like, whose is it? If you're talking about a pen, whose pen is it? Oh, it's Levi's pen. So Levi's with an apostrophe S would be the adjective, or it's his pen. All right, listen up. We're not goofing around today, okay?
Okay.
It says an article adjective. We know them as articles. A, an, and the, right? You guys have been doing those for a while now. If you see one of those, that means that a noun is coming. So that can also mean that an adjective is coming too before the noun. Look at the example here. The happy soldiers talked. The noun is soldiers. What kind of soldiers were they? Happy. Did you notice what kind is one of our questions? And happy is right. So that's an adjective. How about the next example? The dwarf gave his gift to the soldiers. Gift is a noun. Whose gift is it?
Dwarf.
Well, yes, but right before gift it
Soldiers.
says his. Do you see where it says his?
Mm-hmm.
His gift is telling whose gift, and that is the adjective. Okay? So let's look down at the bottom here where you see ADJ. That's how you're going to label them in this book, ADJ. So it says, the three soldiers used the dwarf's first gift to wish for a fine castle. Their gifts pleased them. A lot of adjectives in there. Did you notice that? How many soldiers? 3 soldiers, so that's an adjective. Whose gift was it? It was the dwarf's first gift. So there's 2 adjectives in the row right there. You guys see that? Dwarf's first. And then what kind of castle was it? Fine castle. And whose gifts at the end? Their gifts. So those are the adjectives that answer those questions. There's a place at the back of the book if you want to keep a list of your favorite adjectives. You don't have to, but just know that it's back there. Let's turn to 39.
Yes, I'll do it by myself.
And who would like to read this sentence this morning? Okay, Eliana.
Gardens of rare roses and lawns with soft grass grew around the castle.
Good, nice. And rare is that word, the vocabulary today. It just means unusual, maybe hard to find. It is an adjective.
Hard to find.
It's describing the roses, so you can put ADJ on top of rare.
And sometimes they use rare as in like beautiful or majestic.
True, that is true. So we have one article, pretty easy. Do you guys see which one it is?
Yes.
What is it, Levi? The. Good. So put AR on top of the. And then we have 5 nouns. Who wants to help us find all those nouns?
Gardens, grass, and castle.
Nice. Did you guys get those?
Yep.
Gardens, roses, lawns, grass,
Oh.
castle.
There you go.
5. Very good. And then we have
Wait.
adjectives. Wait, did you get them all? Gardens, roses, lawns. Now you got them. We said that rare was an adjective. Did you already mark that with ADJ on it?
Yeah.
What's the other adjective? How about Camden? Do you know where it is? I see those hands. Hallie, do you know where it is?
Daniel. Wait. What?
You got to stay on our page. Don't go ahead. We are looking for the second adjective on page 39. Go ahead.
Soft.
Soft. Is that what you were going to say? Is that what you were going to say? Okay, good. You guys had it right. And then what word should be capitalized in that sentence?
Gardens.
Gardens. And then what do we need at the end? Yes, Eliana?
Period.
A period. Okay. That was a quick lesson because we had to make up our time here, but go ahead and close up your grammar books for now. We're done with that for today. And get out your binders and the fox and the stork. Did you guys have fun writing that one? That was pretty good.
Oh yeah. Ooh, can I read
Fox
mine?
and the stork. Well, I
I
do
didn't-
want to.
I didn't get to read my story last.
Okay, I do want to offer for 2 people to read today. But if you've already read, let's give somebody else a chance too, because some students haven't had a chance to read their stories yet. So put this away. We're done with this. You need to get out your grammar book. I mean, your binder, not your grammar book. All right, well, Eliana wants to read. Anybody else wants to read their story? Okay, who hasn't read their story yet?
Never.
I know, I was going to say. I think you have. I think you have too, but you can read again. Nobody else? Did you read last week? Do you remember?
I think so.
I need to write this down. So
My own binder.
all right, Eliana can read her story, and then how about Hallie? Yes, I'm going to have Ariana, sorry. Eliana and Hallie read their stories today.
Aria.
I don't know why I said that. I have a niece named Aria, and it just popped into my head.
Ariana Grande.
Oh, yeah. All right, so when you're ready, go ahead. Everybody look at her and listen. You need to get out your binder. Put this away. No. Oh, that is yours. Okay. So put that in your backpack. Okay.
A hungry fox and a hungry stork.
Nice.
Fox invited a stork over to have soup. Once the stork arrived, the fox gave the stork a shallow bowl. The fox easily ate from the shallow bowl. The stork could not get any food. The stork was left with nothing and left hungry. Later, the stork invited the fox for a meal. Over at Stork's house, they had mincemeat. The container was tall, and Fox had a small mouth. The stork could easily get the food inside. Fox could only lick the rim. Fox went away from Stork's house, disappointed and hungry. The fox realized it is likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else.
Nice. Good.
Oh.
Very good. Your last sentence, read the very last sentence one more time.
It is likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else.
You said it or the fox? Or it says it is likely? Okay. So I like your last sentence. It does make sense because that's the lesson we learned. But remember the title rule, you have to have 1 to 3 words from your final sentence in your title. Do you have one of those words in your title?
Hungry.
That's in the sentence before. See the period? So we'll talk about this. I really like your story. Did you guys get to clap for her? Let's clap for her. One more time. Good job. I really like your story. We're going to talk about the title rule because that is new to you guys. Don't worry. It was really good, though. I liked your story a lot. How about Hallie? You want to read yours?
Sure.
Okay.
Didn't make a title yet.
Okay, we'll talk about that. See, it's new to us. So if you don't have a title yet, we'll talk about it. If you do have a title, we'll check it, okay? Okay.
I knew I was supposed to use the last.
Did you forget about that?
No, I didn't forget. It's just I didn't know what words to put put in the to
Ah.
put in the title. So I just did. And then we had to use an LY adverb. So
Yes.
I had to put that in.
Yes. Okay, let's hear Hallie's. Sit up, please.
One day, Fox invited a stork to a meal. It was served in a shallow bowl full of soup. The fox easily ate, but the poor stork with a long bill had nothing and left hungry. One day later, the stork invited the fox to a meal at his house. He served mincemeat in a tall jar with a small mouth. With the stork's long bill he ate, but the fox could only lick the rim. The fox went away disappointed and hungry. The fox deserved bad treatment of the stork.
Nice. Let's clap for her. Very nice. Okay, so check your paragraphs right now. Everybody get out your paragraphs for the fox and the stork. Even if you're not reading it, we only read those 2 today, but get it out still. Need everybody to get theirs out. I want you to first look for, did you underline an LY adverb in your paragraph? Good. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Thumbs up. Good. I see 2 thumbs up.
Folder.
Where's your folder?
I forgot it.
At home?
At home.
Check your backpack. Maybe it's in there. Maybe your mom
There
put
it
it in. Camden, did you remember to underline an LY adverb?
I didn't get to write myself.
Oh, okay. That's okay. If you did, you
not
kind
all
of
the way.
did, but not the whole way. Okay. Good. Okay, well, that's one thing that's on your checklist that's kind of new. Oh, there it is. See, there it is. Did you underline an LY adverb in there? One that we used in class was easily. If you have the word easily in your paragraph, you can underline that one. That's a good one. And now what I want you to do is check to see if you made a new title for your story. Do you guys have a new title? Because I know we'll talk about yours in a second, but what's your title, Levi?
Fox realized his mistake.
Nice. Who else wants to share their title? What's yours, Grayson? You don't have a title yet. Oh, yeah, you do. Is this your title?
Yeah.
What is it?
Fox and the Stork.
So Fox and the Stork is the original title. So we need to come up with a brand new title, something different, right?
Fox and Stork.
Fox and Stork. Okay, that could be a new one. Kind of close. So looking at your very last sentence, so like, can I help you with yours real quick, Eliana?
Okay.
Your last sentence says, oh, you have then Fox. So here's your last sentence. Then Fox realized it is likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else. Maybe you are likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else. So right here where it says it, just draw one line through it and put you next to it. Can you fix that really quick?
You is likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else.
Do you see the period? The sentence begins here. So start here and read it.
Then Fox realized
You.
is
Okay, are. You're right. We need to fix that too, huh? So where's your pen or your pencil? And go ahead and put you are. Good. But you know what? You have that word fox in your sentence. So you have that in your title. Do you guys remember what the title? Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
What the title rule is? What's the title
Let's
rule?
repeat 1 or 3 keywords from the last sentence.
1 to 3 key words. So if you have fox in your title and you used fox in your last sentence, that's good. So your title is right. So did you put that? Did you fix that here? Okay. You crossed out way you. So now you have, then Fox realized it is likely to get treated the same you are treat same.
No.
So can I borrow that for a second? Circle this, put O, K, and then this goes here. Then Fox realized you are likely to get treated the same way you treat someone else. Now it makes sense. You did that kind of fast. So make sure you slow down when you make corrections like that. Okay. So we need to put this away. Go ahead and put away in your finished binder or folder the fox and the stork. We're done with that. Go ahead and put that away. If you're still working on yours though, you should keep it in your front pocket. So a couple people still have to finish yours.
Fine.
Yeah.
The
All or
hangry
just
fox
the
and the
paragraph?
hangry stork.
All of, if you're done with your paragraph and you already turned it in, you can put all of the fox and the stork in your finished binder.
Yay.
Okay?
Excuse me?
I need you to stop working on this, okay, sweetie?
Almost done.
No, you need to stop. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Eliana, I really don't want you to work on grammar when we're talking about writing, okay? So please don't
But
do that
is
again.
there grammar writing?
Not in this class, it's separate because we have a lesson for grammar and then we have a separate lesson for writing. So when we're done with grammar, we put it away so we can focus on the writing part.
Okay.
Now you're going to get out the next week in your binder. It's week 5. So go ahead and go to the part where it says source text tab right here, this first tab. And when you turn that tab, you're going to see week 5 camels. Go ahead and get out week 5 camels
Oh, there it is.
from your binders. And it's 4 pages. So make sure you get out all 4 pages. Week 5 camels. You also need a piece of lined paper. So go ahead and get out a piece of lined paper.
I
Okay.
don't have one.
Week 5 called camels.
It's in
Yep,
week
you.
5.
It's right here.
Camel.
So this is it. I need you to sit. I like that you're sitting in that chair. I think that's a better chair for you. Okay. And then you also need a piece of lined paper, Grayson. When you're ready, give me a thumbs up. You should have week 5, a lined piece of paper, and a pen or a pencil. Whichever you like to use for your keyword outline. I see that. Thumbs up. Nice. Good. Good. Thank you, Ava. John, thank you, Davey. Yes. Week 5, 4 pages of week 5, a lined paper, and a pen or a pencil. And then you can just kind of move your stuff out of the way and push it up at the edge of the table so you have space in front of you.
I can't wait for tomorrow. I want to go to sleep right now.
Did you get it? Okay. Oops, I think you accidentally took out one too many. That one needs to go back in there.
Source text.
We're going to look at this page first. This page is 43. So everybody look at 43. Put that on the top of your stack of pages. Looks like this, page 43. This one, put this one on the top of your stack of stuff that you got out. So pause on that for a minute. Now you're going to get this page on top. Oops, you don't need that one. Hold
I
on.
know. I've got these 2 pieces.
Yeah, you need this one and
On
this
the
one.
bottom.
Okay, now you can
This
close
page
that.
on the top. I did it.
Good. Put this one on top, page 43. And it says practice with who, which clauses. You guys know that you already have to have an ly adverb in your writing now, right? That's something that's on your checklist. Now we're adding another one. We're adding the who, which clause. And a who, which clause begins with who or which, and you're going to add it to a sentence. So on page 43 here, number 1, actually it says combine these statements using the word who or which. So number 1 says, Annabelle made a cake. It pleased her siblings.
Where?
I'm on page 43, number 1. If I add who or which, I could say Annabelle made a cake which pleased her siblings.
Or we could say Annabelle, who made a cake, pleased her siblings.
Yes, either one of those will work. So at number 1, you're going to copy that first part, Annabelle. And I'm going to use which on this one, but you can, if you want to do it the other way, Eliana, you can.
Who, which
Made
clause?
a
Who, which
cake.
clause? Who, which clause?
Which, and then we're not going to use it, we're going to go on to pleased her siblings. So on those lines on number 1,
With who?
go ahead and write this sentence. Annabelle made a cake which pleased her siblings.
Which
Go ahead and write that for number 1.
who? Who pleased
Now,
her siblings?
Eliana had an idea of using who. Her idea was to say Annabelle, who made a cake, pleased her siblings. That works too. So either one works. So a who which clause is when you add who or which into a sentence. And we're going to practice that with the next one too. It's giving a little bit, you're combining some sentences together sometimes. And when you use it in your writing, it also adds a little bit more detail to your writing. Look at number 2. And think about how we can put who or which in that sentence. Oh, by the way, we use which when we're talking about a thing or a place, and we use who when we're talking about a person. So notice which here is referring back to the cake, which is a thing, right? So we use which when we're talking about a thing or a place, and who when we're talking about a person. Mylan? You know how to do the next one? So number 2 says, Joe ate too much pizza. He got sick. How can we put who or which in there?
Joe, who ate too much pizza, got sick.
Yes. So Joe, and then I'm going to use a comma here, by the way. Who, because it's in the middle of the sentence, ate too much. Oops. Pizza, comma, got sick. So whenever you have a who or a which clause in the middle of the sentence, that's when you need commas. Excuse me. Hallie, did you have your name or your hand up for a second?
Yeah.
Did you have another idea?
I kind of forgot.
Okay. You could use which. You could say, Joe ate too much pizza, which made him sick. You could change it a little bit and say that. You're right, because then you're talking about the pizza that made him sick. So you would use which for that.
Joe ate too much pizza.
Which made him sick. You could use it that way. Or Joe, who ate too much pizza, got sick. Number 3, my mother is a piano teacher. She cares greatly for her students.
Who she ate too much pizza. Who she.
Go ahead, Grayson.
Who she cares greatly for her students.
Well, try to read it all together with who in there.
My mother is a piano teacher. Who she cares greatly for her students.
You're super close. You don't need she in there. What do you think, Levi?
My mother, who is a piano teacher, cares greatly for her students.
Nice. I like it that way too. Do you have another one? Go ahead, Rylan.
My mother, who is a piano teacher, cares greatly for her.
Who cares? Who cares greatly for her students?
I have a
You could say it that way. Do you have that one?
My mother is a piano teacher, which she cares greatly for her students.
Well, you would use who because you're talking about a person, right? Only which when you're talking about a thing or a place. So I like Levi's idea. My mother, who is a piano teacher. And remember, if it's in the middle of a sentence, we're going to put commas around it, okay? Cares greatly for her students. It's a long one. I know it'll take you a minute to write it down. You already got it, Levi? That was quick.
My mother.
Who is a piano teacher cares greatly for her students. So this adds style to your writing. That's why we want to use who and which clauses now in our writing, because it really adds a lot more style. It sounds cool. Give you a minute to write that down. And then I want to skip down to the bottom part here because we're kind of running out of time and I want to make sure that we have enough time to do the story. Here's a rule though about these who which clauses. You can't just put a who in there or you can't just write a which in there. And I don't mean witch like as and a Halloween witch. I'm talking about WHICH, witch. But you have to make sure that there's a second verb after the clause. So listen, Grayson. Annabelle made, that's our verb here, right? Go ahead and put a V on top of made on number 1. I'm going to go back to that one for a second. And then notice after which, there has to be another verb. And that one is pleased. Do you see that? So before the which clause, there's a verb, and after the which clause, there's a verb. And that's true always. So look at number 2. Joe, who ate? Ate is the verb. Got is the verb here. Got sick. So sometimes the verb comes, there has to be 2 verbs in the sentence. That's the whole point. Okay, one that goes with the who, which clause, and one that comes after it. So here we've got who ate, that's our verb, got sick. How about this one? My mother, who is a piano teacher, is the verb here. Who is, what about the second verb? Where's that one?
Piano.
No, that's a thing. That's a noun.
Teacher?
Levi? Cares.
Okay, so
Teacher is a noun because it's a person, remember? So here we have is and cares. Notice how there are 2 verbs in every one of these. So anytime you have a who, which clause, you got to make sure there's a second verb in there somewhere. Look down at the bottom here where it says indicate if the following are complete or incomplete sentences. So you're going to put C or I. Number 1, does anybody want to read number 1?
No, thanks.
Thank you. Go ahead, Eliana.
Okay, so number 1 and
At the bottom down here.
Okay. I have a special pen which I use for writing poetry.
That sounds good. Where's the verb? Where are the 2 verbs in that sentence?
Which?
No, that's a which. That's not a verb. Have is a verb. And use.
Writing?
Is that what you saw, Levi?
Writing.
Oh, it is writing. That's another one. So there's 3 in that one. So we have, and then we have use, and then writing. So there's 3 verbs, which is good. You just don't want to stop at 1 verb. This is a complete sentence, so put C next to number 1 on that line. Just
Okay,
put a C,
so-
complete.
So have.
Have, use, and writing are the 3 verbs in that sentence. How about number 2? Who wants to read number 2?
Oh,
Go ahead, Grayson.
my father, who loves hiking and hunting.
Does that sound complete? No, Levi's already like, no, that doesn't sound complete because we only have the 1 verb, which is loves. Hiking and hunting are things that are things, right? They're like activities. So those are considered nouns in that
Oh my
in that
gosh,
sentence.
this last sentence.
So really, how could we fix that sentence? My father, who loves hiking and hunting, went on a trip with his friends. That would make sense, right?
Yeah, could I have an idea.
What's another idea? My father, who loves hiking and hunting.
After hunting an animal, he ate it and took a break.
Okay, so maybe say my father, who loves hiking and hunting, ate the animal that he hunted and took a break. That'll work. What else could you say? My father, who loves hiking and hunting,
Has a bunch of animal furs in his house.
has a bunch of what? Animal what?
Furs.
Oh yeah, animal furs. Yeah, in his house. That's a good one. So you're right. This is incomplete. So for number 2 at the bottom, this is number 1. For number 2, it's going to be an I because I is incomplete. That needs more information. Needs another verb after that. How about number 3? Rylan, how about you read number 3?
I met a man who said he could eat a horse.
It's a saying. It's not a real, he's not really going to eat a horse, but it is a saying. You're so hungry you could eat a horse. Does that sound complete though?
Yeah.
It does. I met a man who said he could eat. There's 3 verbs there. Met, said, eat. We've got lots of verbs. It does make sense. So number 3 is C for complete. All right. Now what I want you to do is look at camels. Let's look at the article
We
camels.
skipped Picasso.
We're skipping those because we need to move on to the story. So everybody turn to this page in your stack of pages. We're going to read it first, actually, and then we're going to set it up.
So we're almost done?
Did you guys notice this was a little longer than you're used to having? It's 2 paragraphs long. All the stuff you've been working on has only been 1 paragraph so far, and now we have 2.
No, this is gonna take me
Because,
forever.
well, we're working up into 3 paragraphs eventually, so no whine.
I want to skip
All right, look at camels. I see you guys have it back there.
I miss my public school.
Camels. Also, the other thing I want to tell you is this is not Aesop's fable. We've been doing a lot of Aesop's fables lately. This is actually real facts about camels.
Like
So you're-
scorpions.
Like, oh yeah, we did do scorpions. You're right.
And the giant saguaro?
And the giant saguaro. I guess we did do some other ones, huh? These are, so this is called an article.
A dog in the shadow?
That one is an Aesop's fable.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm going to read it. You guys follow along as I read it. Okay? There are 3 types of camels. The most common is the one-hump Arabian camel, who also called the dromedary. You can just read inside your head while I read, okay? The dromedary has been domesticated for thousands of years. Okay, I'm going to pause there for a second because domesticated means trained. It's not wild. It's the opposite of wild. Okay, so a trained camel will have a halter on his head and will walk with somebody, that kind of thing. Okay. I'm going to keep going. It is found in northern Africa, throughout the Middle East, and in parts of Australia. A second species is the Bactrian camel. It has 2 humps on its back. Also domesticated, it is found mainly in the rocky deserts of Central and East Asia. The third species is the wild Bactrian camel. It lives in remote regions of the Gobi Desert. Only about 1,000 wild Bactrian camels remain. They are considered critically endangered.
How many are there?
Does anybody know what endangered means?
Almost
Hallie?
Almost extinct.
Almost extinct. Yes, very good. I heard somebody else say it too. Is that what you were going to say?
No, not what I was going to say. Something like it. There's only a little bit left, so then
Yeah.
they could just kind of like food. So if it expires, there's no more left.
Oh, yeah, kind of like that. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep going.
Rain.
Look at the second paragraph right here. Humans.
I don't like rain.
Hey, Eliana, it doesn't help me when you make comments like that, okay? Just keep that inside your head, okay?
But still.
Humans have used camels for millennia. They have mainly been trained as pack animals, but also for racing and warfare. That means like in battle. They are used for carrying supplies for battle, for wartime. They can be taught to pull plows and carts. Camel milk is highly nutritious. In parts of Africa, camel urine, you guys know what urine is?
Yep.
Pee.
It's your pee, or the camel's pee, is thought to be medicinal. In many Middle Eastern countries, camel meat.
Talking about pee.
Yes, we were. Camel meat is served at feasts. Nomads in northern Africa may drink camel blood mixed with camel milk to sustain them on long desert journeys. I know, it's true. They drink the camel blood mixed with milk.
What vampires?
Do you guys know, let me see, what was a word that I came across here? Medicinal. Do you know what medicinal means?
No one
Do you hear medicine in there? I kind of hear the word medicine and medicinal. It's used for medicine. So somehow they I don't know if they drink the urine because that's really gross, or they put it on their skin or something to help them feel better. I don't know, but it's pretty
Ew.
gross. It's used as a medicine, okay?
I hope I'm not drinking.
Do you know what nomads means?
Mhm.
What's a nomad?
People that travel and never stay.
Yes, they don't have a home really. They just travel all the time. That's right, very good. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Camel hair is light and strong. Thus, that means therefore, it is useful for clothes, blankets, tents, and rugs. In Arab cultures, the camel symbolizes endurance and patience. There you go. Pretty interesting about camels. All right, let's get out your line paper next and set up your keyword outline. I bet you didn't know that much about camels. Now you do. Some gross stuff, but some cool stuff at the same time. On your line paper,
I don't think it's cool.
get your name and date on the upper left-hand corner. Your name goes here. Today is 10/28/24.
2 more days until it's Halloween.
Skip a line. Camels. And then right underneath that, you're going to put KWO. Now, this has 2 paragraphs. So we're going to do our outline a little bit different. We're going to use 2 Roman numerals this time. Yes, that's right. Skip a line. Over here, we're going to start with Roman numeral 1.
What?
That's
Okay.
an I.
What is that?
That's an I.
That's a 1.
Oh, we haven't done
That's
Roman
an
numerals
I.
yet, have we?
That's an I.
You're right.
I.
You know what? That is an I. But it's, do you guys know about Roman numerals?
Yes, I do.
I know 1,000.
It's been a long time since I've done that.
You do.
100 is C, L is 50.
You do know Roman numerals. So this is how we're going to separate our paragraphs by Roman numerals. Levi already knew that. So give me a thumbs up if you know about Roman numerals. Okay, so if you don't know about Roman numerals, Grayson, do you know what they are?
No.
Okay, they are a type of number that they used in Roman years, ancient Roman years, long before you were born. Grayson, please don't do that.
Okay.
And this was considered a number 1. It looks like a capital I, but that is a number 1. And that's how we're going to separate out our paragraphs. Under this, I want you to move over a little bit, like almost like you're indenting, but a smaller indent. And then underneath this, you're going to make a list all the way to 7. Like that. So not, this is we'll pretend this is your pink line or your red line. So the number 1 goes right next to that red line. And then you're going to move over just a little bit underneath that and write 1 through 7. Does that make sense? So move over a little bit and underneath that, that's perfect.
I accidentally went
Grayson.
behind my pink line.
Come on, write this down.
Oh.
Good job. Yes, that's good.
Are we only
Good.
gonna
Good.
do 7 sentences?
Well, if we count Roman numeral 1, that makes 8. So this paragraph has 8 sentences. After number 7, what I want you to do is skip a line, and I want you to put Roman numeral 2, which looks like this. 2 lines down with a top and a bottom. And then underneath that, I want you to do 1 through 9, actually. So keep going. If you have to use the back of your page, that's okay. Move over a little bit, remember, for this part. I had to go off my page. So the Roman numeral 2 should actually go next to that red line. It's okay, you can fix it. Oh. Does anybody have an eraser that Bailey can use?
I
real
do.
quick? Okay, cool. Yes, like that, good. And make sure you put your name in here as well. Good. Yes. You got it. We're going to focus only on Roman numeral 1 today. So that blue line that's right on top of Roman numeral 2, just draw a line across like that. We're going to focus only on 1, but I want you to be ready for Roman numeral 2 when we get there. All right. There you go.
Do Roman numeral 2.
The first paragraph is all we're going to focus on today. So what I want you to do, you know how we always underline every keyword and then we circle the ones that we really want to use? Instead of doing that, we're just going to talk about it and just circle the ones we really like from that sentence. So look at the first sentence. It's short. It's going to be easy. There are 3 types of camels. What are 3 key words in that first sentence, Bailey?
Camels.
Yes. What else?
3
Yes.
types.
Yes. You guys agree with that? That's easy. 3 types of camels. So 3 types in camels. So circle 3. I'm here on the first sentence. Circle 3. Circle types. And circle camels. And on your outline, next to Roman numeral 1, we're going to put 3, comma, types, comma, camels. That's pretty easy. You writing that, Grayson? And you should be circling those words in your first sentence. Let's see what time we got. Oh yeah, we're good.
Camels, types,
And
and 3.
If it helps you to underline all the keywords, you can still do that, but you can cut out that step if it's easier for you to just look for the 3 you really like. How about the next sentence says, the most common is the one-hump Arabian camel, also called the dromedary. There's a lot going on in that sentence. What do you think?
I think common.
Okay, let's talk about it. Common, maybe?
Hump.
Hump,
And then we could just throw like a 1.
a 1, I like that.
And then Arabian or the dromedary.
Maybe we don't have to use common. Maybe we could do one hump, like you said, Arabian and then dromedary. Because I think dromedary is going to be important, and Arabian.
How come there's only 3 types of camels?
I don't know. There's 3 types, but I think there's a lot of different
Okay,
ones
so
within them.
hump, Arabian, and dromedary.
I like your idea of doing 1, dash hump. So circle hump, Arabian, and dromedary.
Wait, can we just use the number 1?
Yeah, like I did right here.
No, like 1 for like the thing instead of writing no 1.
Yeah. Oh, when you go to write it on your paragraph, though, you have to write out the number 1. But right here, you can actually just use the number 1.
Dromedary.
Arabian dromedary.
Okay, so there's basically so there's
8 altogether here for number 1 for for the first paragraph. How about the next sentence, Levi? It says the dromedary has been domesticated for thousands of years. How are we going to put that on our keyword outline?
Domesticated
Yeah.
thousands of years.
Yeah. We could draw 1,000. Actually, no, I like that. Because we already know we're talking about the dromedary. We just said it. I like that. Circle domesticated, thousands, and years.
Wait, so what ones?
Domesticated. Do you guys remember that word?
domesticated.
What does domesticated mean?
Domesticated means tamed.
Yes. I'm gonna come around and see how you guys are doing on this. Good. Domesticate and thousands, yep. So we're circling good. Domesticated, thousands, years. You're getting it. Good. And don't forget to write them down there too. Yeah, you guys are getting it. Nice.
Okay,
Yeah, make sure you write those down.
Oh my god.
All right. Who wants to do the next sentence? Volunteers? Hallie. Yeah, go ahead and finish writing. I'll read the sentence so you can think about it. It is found in northern Africa, throughout the Middle East, and in parts of Australia. have an idea, but I'll see what yours is, Hallie, after you write that down.
Northern Africa. Circle northern. No. Don't
Let's
circle
think about it. Let's see what she comes up with.
Northern.
Maybe. Let's think about it.
What'd you say?
She said northern.
Africa.
Africa, I think, is going to be one.
East.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to tell you. See how it has capital M for middle and capital E for east? That's the name of that area on the map. Middle East. That's going to be over here, Iran. It's in the middle of this eastern part of the continent here. Middle East. So we can count that as one word. So I think you should circle Africa and go ahead and circle Middle East. And what else should we circle?
Northern.
We could do an N with a dot for northern, so don't circle northern. What's another word though that we could put?
Australia.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So circle Africa, but we're gonna write it like this. N, that's gonna stand for northern. Can you guys remember that? And then Africa. And then we're gonna write Middle East because it's capitalized, right? And we're gonna count that as one. And then Australia. If it helps you to remember what N is on the side here before that 3, you can put N equals northern. If you need to put a little note there so that when you go to do this paragraph, you can remember what N stands for.
There we go.
Okay. The next one, a second species, is the Bactrian. Keep writing. I'm going to keep going because we want to make sure to get it all in here. A second species is the Bactrian camel. Do you have an idea, Ava, on what we could circle there for that sentence?
Second
Okay.
species.
Yeah. Bactrian. I like it. Second species, Bactrian. Easy. Good job, Ava. Second species. And then make sure you put a capital. This is the name of this species, Bactrian. I know I'm going kind of quick, but try to keep up with me because I want to make sure you guys have this for your homework. Jace, look at the next sentence. Oops, you gotta, circle second species and Bactrian. You gotta write it in for number 4. You gotta keep up with me, okay? I'll come back to you. You catch up and then I'll come back to you. Yeah, so write down second species and Bactrian. Grayson, did you write that down?
Yes.
Oh, you know what happened? You didn't write on number 1. What is this right here? 3 types, and you need to write the word camels. Oh, I see what you did. Okay. So 2 should have been written here for number 1. You skipped number 1 by accident. So here's what you can do. I think you can change this to a 1. Whoops. Does your pen do that? Oh, there we go. This is number 2. 3, 4, 5, 6,
Is class almost over?
and 7. All right, go ahead and read the next sentence, Grayson. It starts with it right here. So read this sentence out loud right here.
It has 2 humps on its back.
What words can we choose from there to put in our outline?
Back.
Back. What else?
2
2
humps.
humps. That's easy. I'm going to put them in order though. 2 humps, back.
Wait, hold on.
We're on the next sentence that says, it has 2 humps on its back. That's an easy one.
Oh, okay.
2 humps back.
There we go.
Have you seen a camel with 2 humps? I haven't.
Yes.
Maybe a picture of
On
one.
movies.
On movies, yeah.
I mean,
In real life, I've only seen the 1 hump.
actually, I think I've seen a 2-hump camel at like those 4th of July things. I'm not 100% sure. It was
Oh
4th
yeah,
of July.
we did.
And I think
Yeah, but we could ride on the camels. There's only like 2 of the 2-humped camels out there and stuff.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next one. It says, it, oh wait, hold on. I forgot, this has 9. I didn't do that right. If you guys have room, can you squeeze an 8 right here?
Nope.
No room?
No room.
Uh-oh.
I have room, kind of.
Wait, hold on.
Actually, we need an 8 and a 9. I don't know how we're going to squeeze this in. I don't know how I missed that. If you have a pencil, if you used a
How
pencil,
about we
you
just
can
delete number 2?
you can-
How about
you
we
can-
just use number 2?
delete this. What you could do, I know it's a mess, but you could just cross this out and then write 8 and 9 here and then do Roman numeral 2 on the back. We can fix that next week.
Or
But there are 9. I didn't realize that until I started reading it. All right, you guys.
there we go.
So here's your homework. You're gonna finish 6, 7, 8, and 9. You guys are getting good at finding those keywords, right? Find only 3. If you can draw a picture, draw a picture. If you can use a number, use a number. You don't have to count those, right? Okay, I need you to be quiet. So you're gonna finish 6, 7, 8, and 9 and write 1 paragraph. We're gonna just figure this out next week. Don't worry about Roman numeral 2. Sorry for messing up your paper. That was my fault.
We can use
I
the
just-
back.
You can use the back.
I just erased this part of
Move it down. You can do that. So you're going to do 10 sentences for this paragraph. Do you see that? You have 1 through 9 plus this sentence. So your first sentence is going to be right here with Roman numeral 1. That's your first sentence. This one is your second sentence. This one is your third sentence. You get it? So by the time you write this whole paragraph, you should have 10 sentences. You got it. We're just writing the first paragraph, and then next week you'll do the second paragraph.
Should we
The
write?
clock, my battery died on my clock, so that's why I'm going off of my computer clock. So it is time to go. Put this in your front pocket of your binders.
Do we have to finish them at home?
Yes. And write your paragraph.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Can we do it tomorrow?
Nobody else is complaining back there. I heard somebody say yay back there.
Can we do it tomorrow?
paragraphs.
Can we do it tomorrow?
That's fine. Whenever but sometime before next Monday that's really the main thing.
Grayson, we